Okay, I'm going to smash up the first article. That was just a tangent, but this is something cool. So, the future of electric vehicles is this 44-year-old pickup truck. So there's quite a story to this, or there's quite an explanation even. So driving vintage vehicles in an all-electric future. First of all, I'm just going to show you the car. It is an original, is it 1978 Ford F100. So I'll just show you through the photos because it does look cool.
It looks cool.
It's original, but obviously electric.
It's got a frunk.
A frunk. The inside is... Oh, this is a better image of the inside here. So it's had
so they've modernised the inside.
Enhancements have been made, yeah. And Ford made this.
Oh, Ford made it.
Ford made it, but you can't buy it. They just made it as a demonstration. And this is what is... I find exciting, and Tesla don't do this. Tesla's really weird when it comes to their cars. You can't do what Ford have done here. So what they've done is they've created this Ford F100 Illuminator pickup truck, and then basically converted it to an electric car. And what they've put in is the 2021 Ford Mustang electric motor inside it. But so as you know, with sort of cars nowadays, you can go and pick up a new engine for it. What, like Toyota will sell their high performance engines or unique or specific engines. So will Nissan. They'll sell like their same engines that they put in the GTRs. You can go and just buy them from their website as a part. Ford are selling these motors as parts. So you can go and pick one up. I think it costs like $3,900. I think it was.
Okay, so you can turn any car into an electric car.
Yeah, so even your car sat in the drive, if it's petrol or diesel, you can buy one of these. Take it to a specialist if you don't want to do it yourself, or if you are an enthusiast and you want to do it yourself, you can just convert your own car into an electric car. So I think it's it's obviously, now I've read about it, it's destined to happen.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea, especially for classic car collectors who want to still be able to drive the cars on roads when petrol and diesel does eventually get banned.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a bit of the argument here is some of those enthusiasts would say you're taking the soul out of the car and you're replacing it with an electric engine.
Yeah, you could say that, but then this thing goes to like back in, what is it, like 3 seconds, 0 to 60 or something? Less than 3 seconds?
Yeah, but some people don't just drive the car for speed. They drive it because they want that
motor
feel of driving a motor, like changing the gear without power, like no power steering. Like they want to drive the car properly, how it's supposed to be driven. So I think once petrol and diesel does get banned, those people will only be able to drive those cars on tracks.
Yeah.
Which I think they'll probably be a bit upset about, because it's nice, like driving through the countryside.
Yeah.
On the track.
Cruising.
Yeah. Especially if the car's not really a performance car, you're not going
to
take it around the track.
Around the track, yeah. But to be fair, this is just the beginning, so I know it's never going to be the same as a combustion engine. But imagine in like 10 years' time, this is the start. You could probably replicate an electric version of, for example, the 911s. I know Joe Rogan talks about them all the time. He loves manual 911.
Yeah.
I suppose you'll be able to emulate exactly that drive style, but with electric. But you'll just feel artificial in the back of your head, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is just feel artificial in the back of your head. But it's just the way things are going, like it's going electric, so it's like people used to go around on horse and carriages, but I bet you people used to like going around on a horse and carriage. But that's been soon phased out. When was the last time you saw people on a horse and carriage? Unless you're in
Yeah.
Blackpool.
What did I hear the other day? Back in the day. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So when cars first came around, all the poor people or low income people, people with less money, had horses. Modern day, only the rich people have horses. So like today, only the rich have horses.
Yeah.
So it was a flip.
That will happen. That could happen with
EVs.
EVs.
Yeah,
Well, it probably will happen with EVs because
it's probably on the way there anyway.
only the collectors will keep hold of their cars. All the other cars, like mass-produced ones, will just. I don't know what will happen to them.
Yeah, there'll be a way to spend that much money that you can own and drive a petrol or diesel powered car.
Yeah, I reckon you'll still be able to drive them on the road.
But it'll be
But it's
extortionate
going to cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, because there's a price on everything.
Yeah, they'll just tax the road tax will just be insane. Insurance will probably be insane. The cost of petrol. I don't know. If no one's buying petrol, will the cost of petrol go down?
Oh yeah.
But they might tax the hell out of the petrol as well. They already are taxing the hell out of it, to be fair. But
then petrol goes off quite fast as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure there's ways, proper ways you can store it.
But this got me thinking that if they're just selling these crate engines, I think they're called crate motors, where you just sell the engine, car companies, for example, like you've got some car companies that use engines from other car companies. You might get Seat, for example, or Mercedes buy their crate engines from Ford and then just stick them all in their new cars. But then what you can also get is like used car salespeople who have like shed loads of used cars, go to Ford and get all these crate engines and put them all into their used cars.
Yeah.
So then there's just all the used car market's just going to end up being all these older cars or just standard cars, but with these crate engines and things to eat.
It's a good way to because I was just thinking when I said a lot of these petrol cars, especially the mass-produced ones, would just go fall by the wayside. But where are they going to go? So it's a good way to So it's upgrading the cars to EV cars without all the waste.
It makes sense, right? I wouldn't have thought it though that this was the way to go, but it makes complete sense.
Yeah, definitely. So it's is it $4,000? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm just having a look now, trying to get the price. But
I guess as that becomes more and more popular, the price should fall.
I was quite surprised with $4,000 in general, though. I didn't think that was.
Yeah, but you got to think $4,000 just for the motor, and then for them to take your old engine out and do everything, it's going to cost a few bob to do that.
But I would love to have an electric BMW E30.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have those kind of cars. And the thing is, these older cars as well. Obviously, a lot of them would have been high mileage or whatever now, but it doesn't really matter because you're getting an electric motor put in.
Yeah, it's just completely.
All the other stuff is just wear and tear things anyway. Brakes, suspension, tires.
That will probably end up going up in price shitloads.
Yeah.
So,
for the older cars, yeah, maybe.
Fast Car Entertainment, do you remember this? He's on a Tesla-powered BMW E30. So that's just what it would be. It'd just be this car.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as bad idea.
It's pretty cool, that.
So I wonder, the interior is just the same then.
Yeah. That's the thing, I'd probably want to keep the interior the same.
Yeah. But then I don't know if you would want, like with what we looked at with the...
Yeah, but then you want the screen as well, though, don't you?
Screen, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of. I think it's going to end up being bigger than we.
Yeah. Like I think we're still at the early stages of the EV like changeover. So we'll probably see more and more of this stuff coming up in the next 3 to 5 years.
Mm.